Hi, Chaplain Steve, and I'm at near the end of the day, but I've got some things to tell you, and I want to share them with you. What's happening during this past week. One of which, but last night I happened to be on YouTube, and I have to tell you, I was kind of dismayed at some of the stuff that I was seeing, what people were saying out there, and I mean, we're exposed to a lot right now, and there are a lot of things being said. A lot of things are, being just a lot of things. We're exposed to a lot of stuff, and so my advice to you on this end of it is to keep your feet on the ground. Use good common sense, and just keep your feet on the ground. Some of the stuff I got to tell you, everybody, I don't know where all this stuff is coming from, but it's all over the place. So as I said, the best advice I can give you is keep the feet on the ground and just use good common sense. Let me go ahead and continue a little bit further, and I want to talk about a child that I've been following for some time. And part of what I do too is not only adults, but I do the pediatrics, the children. And this one child is, and it's kind of a remarkable story, but it's a miracle. And it may seem like a small miracle, but a very significant one. And what happened is this child is 52 weeks old, and when it was born, the umbilical cord is around the neck, and so because there's no circulation getting into the brain, the baby is actually considered brain dead. The stem is still working, so the baby is able to breathe, but as far as any other activity, anything going on, they consider it being brain dead, except for last night and this morning, early this morning. What happened, it is a miracle, but when you're brain dead, there's nothing. In this case, what happened is the baby cried. And it cried of pain. And, I just said, maybe it doesn't seem like very significant, but I'm telling you, in comparison to a brain dead baby, so what is telling, what's going on? This baby may have a chance. It may have a chance at life. It may have maybe the brain's coming back. We don't. There's so much even in medicine, we still don't know a lot about the brain. But this child may have a chance. So that was really good news. The other thing I want to talk about too, and I've got some allergies. My nose itches. That's before I'm at. I get allergies all the time. But anyway. The other thing about this child, something really significant too happened, and I told you before in a previous video, when you become ordained, you become a target. You get attacked, and there were times I get attacked at the hospital here. Sometimes I get attacked when I'm out and about, whatever, and I don't hear voices, but they get in my head. And so what happened on this is that the evil realm will relish anybody that's suffering, and sometimes they let me know. And so in this particular case, in this 52-week-old, and they started out, the devil or whatever you want to call them, were relishing that this child was suffering. But you know what happened? They were starting out, and it just stopped dead. There were no more comments, nothing. I mean, it was just stopped and dead in its tracks. Why? Children are protected by God. No ifs, no buts, protected by God. And even the evil realm can't go any further when, I kid you not, it just stopped dead. I mean, just nothing. And I even made a comment after that, even this too, you can't do this. You can't go past this line. Anyway, that's something I just wanted to share with you. But no, there's some other things too I want to share with you too. And for whatever, last week there have been a number of people that talked to me about their guardian angels, or it brought up an experience. And one, I'm going to give just a couple. One of which was a guy who was going to the store, to go to the grocery store and to do some shopping, and he gets in the car and suddenly, like he just said, there was a force that just prevented him not to start the car, not to go any further than that, just like sit in that car and do nothing. And so what happened is that he didn't drive. He didn't get in the car. He got out of the car, and just something very unusual for him. He never experienced anything like it before. He finds out later, I think on a news broadcast or something like that, there was a very bad accident to where he was going to go, to the grocery store. And so, that's just one case where, he was being really watched and being taken care of. Another patient had a stop breathing. And in this particular case, I think the patient was laying in bed and had stopped breathing, and he felt this shaking. He literally felt like he was just being shaken, and he just felt being touched all over, and it just felt like he was really trying to be awake. And he woke up, and he was gasping for air. He was like he was waking, but he realized that if that guardian angel that force didn't, if that didn't happen, he probably would have passed away. And so there've been other cases too, and I'm going to kind of keep it, to those two cases. But there's been a number of them. I just find this, more often than not in the last couple of weeks, people have been telling me that there's some sort of, angels coming in and just kind of protecting them. There's been intervention of some kind, and so I just want to share this story with you. And it's getting near the end of the day for me. But anyway. Such things have been happening, and I want to share this with you. But the one really important thing: miracles do happen, everybody, and as minor as it may seem to you, it's very significant. And then these other with guardian angels too. So things are kind of going on. But I want to get back to one other point, and I said in the very beginning, there's a lot of stuff that we're exposed to, and I want to reiterate this. A lot of stuff going on in the YouTube and everything that we're seeing in it. But just tell you, keep your feet on the ground. Good common sense, whatever you see, whatever's going on there, just keep your feet on the ground. That's the best advice I can give you. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, and as always, I appreciate your time, and I hope your day is going well, and thanks for watching, and until the next video. Thanks again, I appreciate your time.